All right, all right, all right. Good evening, good evening. Ramadan Mubarak to everybody. Let me take these off. I thought it looked a little different. All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hope you're having a great Friday. Just wanted to come on real quick and invite everybody out tonight. I'm going live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in memory of my brother, friend, DWayne Wiggins. I just want to come on and just share and put the love out there in the universe, in the ether, on social media, share my story, my experience with my brother, my friend, DWayne Wiggins of Tony. I've been a big fan of the group for years, and I'm sure you have too. So I just wanted to share that with you all so we can, you know, stop and just think and reminisce and be grateful to God for all of our friendships, all of our relationships that are good and harmonious. So I want to come on in about what time? It's about an hour and 20 minutes after I break fast for Ramadan for this evening. Then I'm going to come on and tell you kind of how we got started, how we met, and some little times, little historical experiences that he and I have had over 35 years. And it was definitely destined for us to meet and become friends just because of what has transpired over those 35 years. So I'm definitely going to miss my brother. He was a real dude. I mean, with all the fame and celebrity status that he's had, him and the group have had. I mean, just it's just unbelievable. But he'd be still down to earth, right? That he and I would just kick it and hang out and chit chat and and just talk about family and just life experiences and a friend conversation that you would have with a friend, not conversation you would have with an artist, not conversation you'll have with a celebrity, not the conversation you would have with a high profile individual, right? We didn't talk about the music industry that much, I didn't ask him about the Illuminati and, and about, the insides of the music industry. And, I didn't ask him about what about this artist and what about that artist, we just talked like normal people would talk, right? And that's what made our relationship so authentic. I didn't talk to him as a fan. I talked to him as a human being. I talked to him as a brother, you know. And so it was hard for him, or hard for or hard for us, right? To get confused about what this relationship was, because it didn't start off that way. You've probably heard the saying, the way you start a relationship is the way that it goes. I'm just testing this platform. I just want to see something here. I want to be able to invite some people over. I don't know if I can invite them over going through this platform. That's what I'm checking out now, because I do want to be able to invite some people on if they show up. I invited Amar Khalil, who was the lead singer for Tony after Raphael has left. I'm going to invite Elijah Baker, one of the original members, bass player of Tony. And also I'm going to invite Carlos Stansberry, I think his last name is Stansberry, who is his original manager of Tony. And that I'll tell you more about that story tonight, right? I'll tell you as much as I can remember on how I met them and who I met through them, and a lot of things. So we might have to just go live exclusively on Facebook. So if they show up, I want to invite them on so they can share, because it's all about memories. When somebody passes, it's all about remembering them, remembering the time that you've shared with those individuals. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do tonight. And if you all want to come on, that are going to join me, if you want to come on and just share your story, you might have some memorable stories you want to share because they had a lot of iconic songs. Anniversary, you might remember where you were celebrating the anniversary and that song was played. Lay your head on my pillows. Now you can't share none of those stories, but any of those stories that you can share that comes to mind, that Tony that you shared in space and time with their music. And that's the beautiful thing about music, right? It outlives the artist, and it reminds you of specific places and specific things that took place while that music was playing. All right. So definitely you want to come back. If you want to share, I'll bring you on tonight, and you can share your story. Some of you all might have met Raphael, might have met DWayne, might have met Amar, might have met Elijah or Carl Wheeler, some of those other members of the group. You might have met them. So it's all about us, right? Enjoying the good times, right? We miss people when they pass, but it's so we can reflect on the good times that we shared with them, okay? So come back at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time so I can share, you can share, we can share our Tony experience together. All right. So see you back in about an hour and 15 minutes. All right. Peace.